Hello from Michigan.
So everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a ribeye steak topped with shrimp and a creamy goat cheese sauce. So let's get started. First you want to saw out your steak. I already have a ribeye steak. I don't know what the weight is on it, but it's already been pre-seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'm going to get scissors. So I just cut this open. Put that in there. I do got a paper towel on some paper plate, because there is going to be a little bit of liquid on the steak, which I don't want, because you don't get a good sear on the steak on the outside if there's like a lot of liquid. So I got the plate here. I'll set the steak there, paper towel covered it, press down all sides, and then we'll let that sit there for a minute. So the paper towel will soak up some of the liquid juice on the outside. So I'm gonna let this sit out for a little bit to try to get room temperature, because you can't cook. Well, you can cook steak cold; it'll be nasty and chewy. And then I'm gonna clean out the sink, clean out these. I'm gonna clean out the bag and then recycle it, because it is made out of plastic. I'm gonna wash off my knife, scissors. I'm gonna wash my scissors with hot water and a little bit of soap. So I'm gonna clean that up off the camera. Here's all the stuff you'll need. I got some leftover goat cheese I'm going to use. I'm going to use this up. I'm not going to use all of it, but close enough. And I'm going to use this C-Pack shrimp scampi. So you use follow the directions on here. I'm just going to pan fry it until they're nice and cooked properly. I'm going to make a butter sauce. So I'll show all that how I make it. So I'm going to take the butter from here. I'm going to add a little bit of goat cheese to it, melt it, and then goes over the steak. That's pretty much all you really got to do. So I gotta wait on the steak to warm up. I guess I could cook these. I'll show you what these look like real quick. Should be a bag of shrimp. Each shrimp is coated in butter. I'm not gonna make the whole pack. I don't know how many there is in here. I guess I could count them. But I'm probably gonna put at least about 3 or 4 shrimp on here. They look pretty big, but it's coated in butter and seasoning and stuff. So I'll show you when they cook up what they actually look like. But these are actually raw shrimp. You have to cook these. You can't just eat them microwaved or anything. You gotta follow the directions, cooking directions. But you can microwave them. There are directions on here. And it's kind of small. But I'm gonna saute mine, because I want to make a sauce out of it, out of the butter. Oven and microwave. All right, in my pan on the stove. Put it on high until it starts smoking a little bit. Got my steak already. A little bit more salt and pepper on it, because I already had a steak about 3 days ago. It was just seasoned out of the package like that I seasoned, and it wasn't enough. I'm not going to use any garlic powder on it. There is garlic on the actual steak, but the shrimp already has a garlic flavor to it, so make sure you test out the tongs, make sure they still work, because you never know when the spring inside will break. It's not fun. You go to do that and it goes smack in your face. Waiting for the pan to heat up nice and hot. Smoking yet? It's smoking light a little bit. I know you're not supposed to pan fry stuff in non-stick pans. It's not healthy for you, and the coating's not good for you, and smoking of the chemicals of the pan's not good for you. Neither is the air outside you breathe every day is good for you, or the water you drink. So there you go. All you do is pan fry the steak. That's all you got to do. Cooking times vary. I usually cook mine about medium rare to medium, which is about, well, I don't know, it's like 1 to 2 minutes on each side. But I go on how it feels. I can tell when it's done. It takes a lot of practice to do that, so something you have to learn how to cook steak. And I would be cooking this on the grill, but it's too cold outside. It's only like 30 something degrees outside. No snow on the ground yet, but I'm not cooking anything outside. I don't have a gas grill either. All I have is charcoal, which doesn't do well outside. And I was gonna kick him up. Very close up. So I'll be back to show you what the steak looks like when I flip it over. Oh, so just flip the steak over. I can tell it's kind of wasn't ready to be cooked. It's starting to curl up. I'm not supposed to do that. But making a video for you guys. I'm trying to make this video in a hurry. Like my late night dinner. So I'm gonna fry it up on the other side, all the same amount of char. Then I turn the heat down and slowly cook it until I think it's ready to be done. Pan is nice and smoking. You can't see it. But I'm gonna cook my steak, and I'll be back to show you how to cook the shrimp and then make the sauce for the steak itself. Now the steak's done. The way I like it anyway. I'm gonna get a regular plate. Don't want to use a paper plate. So I'll flip this over one more time for. And until it's done, I can tell by how it feels. So I'm just gonna put it on the plate. And whatever fat and stuff is in the pan itself, pan's off. So I'm gonna let the steak rest for a little bit, not too long, because the shrimp won't take long to cook either. I've already seen it. I already got the shrimp. I'm gonna use the same pan. I'm not gonna wash it out or nothing. I don't know. That's like two shrimp. I don't know. That's like fall out. So turn that on medium low, kind of. That one. I have one more shrimp. I know that's one shrimp there. It's almost about half the bag. I don't know how many shrimp are actually there. But make sure you put your shrimp back in the freezer, because the butter on the outside will melt. And you don't want that to melt. Put that back in the freezer. I guess I use the tongs. When you see there's coated in butter. Put it over. All you gotta do is follow directions on the box. That's all I'm gonna do on this. The shrimp is separated here. I'll let that fall out. So I'll be back when the shrimp are done. Alright, the shrimp are done. You can tell by they curled up a little bit. I don't know if that's too much butter or not. But it's time for the goat cheese. Now, if you didn't have goat cheese before, it's almost like feta cheese, but it's a lot more creamier. It's almost like a feta cheese, cream cheese. It's a more creamier like feta cheese. So it has that tang to it. I got almost about half of a half, so I'm probably just gonna start out with that. See if I can't like melt this cheese in there. Never done this before, so I have no idea. Now if this is actually gonna work or not. Now, I'm gonna take the shrimp out because the shrimp are done. I don't want to overcook the shrimp, so I can't get this cheese like to melt. Yeah, have the shrimp on the steak. Now it's gonna make the sauce. And just take a spoon. I can't like mush this cheese together into this butter. It smells good. Well, it didn't make it the way I wanted to. I thought the cheese would actually melt into the butter, but I guess not. So I'm just gonna take the butter and cheese, just put it on the steak. Try to get most of the cheese. You can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, it didn't work. Steak's done, so it looks like I get a better shot on the. I put the cheese sauce on there. Didn't exactly make the way I wanted to, but oh well. Better luck next time. Here's a steak in the better lighting. And cheese did kind of melt a little bit. Butter didn't really mix in. The steak is almost about medium rare. Shrimp is in there. You got butter at the bottom for dipping. So I'm gonna let this cool off a little bit and I'll cut into it for a taste test. Steak knife. Now let's cut into the steak, see if it's actually cooked properly. Down a little bit. Cutting through the gristle. Now the steak is cooked about medium rare. Almost on the rare side. I'll still eat it. As long as the steak's not actually bleeding with like a lot of blood, which is not really a whole lot in here, it's pretty much safe to eat. So, piece of this. A little cheese. Alright, got a piece of steak, shrimp, and cheese sauce. So let's give it a try, see if it's actually any good or not. Alright, a piece of shrimp with the cheese and butter. A piece of steak, nice and dripping butter. So let's give it a try, see if it's actually any good or not. Nice butter garlic flavor with shrimp. You get the creaminess from the feta. I keep saying feta cheese, not feta cheese, it's goat cheese. But it has a similar flavor to feta cheese. More creamier, not dried out. So I am gonna finish eating my dinner. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe button for more videos. So everybody, today I'm showing you how to make a fried steak topped with feta cheese. No, it's not feta cheese. So everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a ribeye steak topped with shrimp and a creamy goat cheese. Start over. So everybody, today I'm showing you how to make a ribeye steak topped with shrimp and feta. As long as the steak is not actually. That's not too bad. I wish the cheese would have melted like I thought it would. But I guess trial and error, first time me making it. So I'm gonna eat my steak. This is my dinner. So enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe button for more videos. I'll zoomed in too, wasn't I? Whatever. Try it again because it was zoomed in too much.